you as well. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is business management, and today we'll be talking about financial planning. We are lucky today to have a speaker. He is a certified public accountant, and I think he's the best person to join us and explain this part of your business plans. He is one of the trainers of the Filipino Institute and here in Abu Dhabi, and he'll be taking care of courses like accounting, UAE taxation law. So we will have that topic very soon. That's in the plans in the succeeding weeks. But today he'll grace our group with financial planning. All right, Mr. Eduardo, you can take the seat for the moment. You can put your thing here. Yeah, you can put your laptop here. So you may introduce yourself, and then you guys also introduce yourself to Mr. Eduardo.
Hey,
Hi,
Eduardo.
good morning, ma'am.
I'm Alex. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eduardo. This is Jovi.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Let's tell Mr. Eduardo your business is.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Eduardo Gallardo. I'm a certified public accountant. Here, I'm working as an auditor in NAS Chartered Accountant. Mostly my client are on construction, trading, consultancy, and banking. I've been working for the bank for almost 15 years.
Super.
And right now,
You know how to get money from them, right?
no, sir. I'm not. Probably
They are helping them get money, raking in money.
Hopefully, I will help them.
So you do
We
like
were
help
hoping
you guys
audit.
too.
I
I
will.
think if you, this is the best angle because the light is against you, so at least you can,
I will connect with the IT.
We were hoping for somebody who can help us to get some money so that we can start the businesses.
Yes, sir. Let's plan it, sir.
Because you do end of the year audits like for some company like something.
Yes, ma'am. On our my current work here now is we're preparing the audited financial statement. We're also helping the client to file their VAT here in UAE. So mostly my client here are on construction, consultancy, trading, and also schools, sir. Also, I have also schools. I'm also I'm also prepared in the what do you call that, the ICV certifications for the as required by the government UAE for the one who interested to have a transactions in the government.
And mind you guys, he just arrived in the UAE. He is how months you were here for?
I've been here for almost five months.
5 months fresh.
Oh,
Yeah.
from Philippines.
Welcome.
Yes, from the Philippines to UAE. Before in
Abu Dhabi.
Philippines, I'm also a business owner. I have construction business, but due to the without planning, poor planning, my business has been
Closed down.
yeah, down. That's why
Also pandemic.
yeah, mostly the pandemic has have a wide effect from us, especially to our businessman, sir. So
Yeah.
before taking a business, you shall have a proper financial planning.
Okay, and having said that, now you guys try to tell Mr. Eduardo what your business plan is. Start with Jovi. Jovi.
I'm actually looking into putting up a pigger business.
Can I see Miss Joby?
Actually,
Miss Jovi, the
there's
lady in
no
the
light.
dark.
You have no-
Just open your light for a bit.
Joey. It's always dark.
Someone is actually sleeping, so I cannot.
May nasa siya.
Yeah.
Wala na ba siyang ilakas?
All right, I think this is.
Oh,
Although you can
Can't see you.
Ayan. Ang
Like
gabata
watching a
dyan.
horror horror documentary.
Horror movie.
The horror.
There's
Yes.
Alright,
no
that-
point of opening.
Okay,
it.
Miss
Yeah.
Jovi, can you first introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jovi actually, and I'm looking into putting up a pigger business in Philippines with a capital of 500k pesos.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you want to know?
Do you currently work now, ma'am? Or what is your...
Also, yes, I'm currently working in sales and the operations.
Mhm.
What else do I need to say? It's being recorded. No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
So
worry,
I will
Jovi.
only
You
give
will
very
not have
minimal
you will not
information.
have 1 million views on YouTube. I
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Okay,
next.
okay.
Jill.
Miss Jill?
Hi, I'm Jill. I'm currently working in a spa at the airport.
Mm-mm.
I work as operations manager. I've been in UAE for almost 8 years.
Oh, tagal na pala, ma'am.
Yes. And this is like in these 8 years I'm working in the same company.
Okay. Mr. Alex, sir?
Yeah, I'm Alex. In the UAE in almost 10 years.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, planning to open a fusion cuisine food truck in the Philippines with Bontella food trucks, if you heard about them.
Mm-mm.
And the capital probably is gonna be about 1 million.
Mm-mm.
So, yep.
Okay. So, do you have, so we'll begin our class, sir. Sorry, ma'am. Do you have idea what is financial planning and the importance, what is financial planning? Miss Jovi?
When I heard the word financial, it's related to money and how you plan to use that money in putting up your business. That's my thought.
Yeah, that's true. Perfect.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah. That's very nice. Miss Jill?
I think like the only thing I can think of is because we do is like we have this P&L like profit and loss. So I think it also something related to that, like to cover everything. Like
Yeah.
aside from what you will earn, like being ready also, like if things go south or if things doesn't go well that way also.
Yeah, perfect also, ma'am. It's like a projection of your net income in the future.
Yeah.
Sir Alex?
Oh yeah, financial planning. Yeah, obviously means how ready you are, because everything comes to finance in the end. If you're ready to start your business, if you're ready with a backup plan, of course, financial plan,
Mm-mm.
and yeah, I guess includes as well the accounting part.
Yeah, sir, very good. When you making a financial planning, you also plan for the expected or contingency. For now, most of the business have no financial planning in what happened right now in the pandemic. That's why most of the business has been collapsed because they do not forecast the future, the effect of this pandemic. Okay.
True.
All the what have you mentioned are all correct. Let's discuss on detail now. What is a financial plan? A financial plan is simply an overview of your current business financials and projections for growth. What Miss Jill has mentioned is an summary of your financial or your performance, or and also a projection for growth. It means projection for growth. It means it is your what do you call that? The plans for how to expand your business. In expanding your business, we have a lot to consider. We have to consider your financials, the performance. We have to do the accounting, especially the net income. And aside from net income, we must also do the cash flow, especially the cash flows. It will determine if we are capable for financial expansion or projections for growth. Okay, ma'am, sir.
Yes. Don't call us mom, sir. Like, let's not.
Yeah, Miss Jill.
I also feel awkward.
Okay. Let's call me
I'm only
Uh,
21, please.
Me.
Call me Alex.
Alex and Jill and Jovi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Hello. Let's make it more friendlier and I don't know.
Yeah. Let's talking on not on formal, just unlike yeah.
Perfect.
The financial section of your business plan determines whether or not your business is idea or viable. It will be focused on of any investor who may be attracted to your business. And doing a financial plan, your plan should be realistic. It's realistic.
I
They
agree
are
with you.
attainable.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you do financial plans that are not realistic, I think this
Yeah,
you
it's
can,
not achievable.
yeah, of course you cannot manage your business.
dream.
How you can attain certain projection if in the first place you know it is not realistic, and then you have to if your financial plan is not realistic, then you have to do more. We have been you will be stressed in doing your target. Then we will think, oh, you're so very stressed, and what will I do just to attain your forecast? So it must be realistic. And if your financial forecast is realistic and viable, this will be as a use as a tools to attract or to attract an investors. Got it?
Yes.
The financial section composed of financial statement. The income statement. This is the performance of the company. It means the revenue less the expenses. The cash flow projection. This is the movement of cash outflow and cash inflow. Got it?
Yeah.
The balance sheet is the financial position of your company. It means if you have financial position is the solvency of your company. If in terms of liquidation, can you pay your debt by liquidating your asset? But please consider that high asset is not always necessary that you are liquid. Do you think how you can, Miss Ma'am Jill, if you have a total asset of 10,000, example, if you think you are liquid to pay your obligation?
Which are
Are we
100,000?
talking about the house?
Yeah. Any currency. Not all big asset considered as liquid.
So if your debt is 100,000 and you liquidate and you sell everything you have and it's 10,000 dirham, so obviously you're not going to be able to pay the
because
Yes.
that's Mr. Alex is correct. Sometimes your total asset came from the loans.
correct.
And came to the loan. How you can pay your loan if you have no cash flow projection. Because mostly, what if you have total asset of 10,000, your cash is 20,000, 2,000. Your you have a fixed asset of 8,000, and you have a total so total asset is 10,000, and you have a total loan of 10,000. How you can
Eduardo, I have a question. So are you saying in general that the balance sheet is same like the capital of the company or
no
the fund that you have?
no not all, because in balance sheet there are a lot of components. Asset composes of the cash, your receivables, your inventory, and your fixed asset. Just if you sum up all that component, it is the total asset. Then the liabilities,
So that's why same like okay.
the
Yes,
liabilities
please go
and capital, it shall be tallied with the total asset. Your liabilities composed of the loans, the accounts payables, and the capital.
Oh my God, I'm very bad at mathematics.
Yeah, got it. If you have if your total liabilities is mainly composed of your total asset, that's not good for the company. Because if you're
all liabilities.
this more because your total asset has came from all liabilities.
Yeah, it's not really yours. It's borrowed.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I don't think that if you have high total asset, you are liquid. No. Because sometimes they misinterpret, you have total asset of 1 billion.
But then that 1 billion is all credit. Like
Yeah,
that.
that's true. That's
So then you absolutely don't have anything. It's zero.
Yeah, possible.
It's bank's
Tama.
asset.
Yeah, mostly if you have a loan, you have a lot of interest to pay.
So I wanna give a question. Do you think it's better to open up a business that is worth 1 million with 1 million in your pocket and go to the bank and borrow 1 million?
Yes, as long as, for me, as long as you have the 50% cash and almost possible 30% loan, it is more liquid if you're more on your investment are on cash and not on debt. You can borrow from the bank at least 30% of your capital, but not all the time shall be came from the loan, because yung tao malulugi ka lang sa interest.
How you will, I have a
So you're
question.
saying, actually, Alex's question to you, is it okay to borrow 1 million rather than putting up from his pocket? So that means you're telling Alex that it's better to just borrow 30%.
Yeah, because on
and 50% from his pocket.
Yes, it is possible.
Because you're saying that there will be an interest.
Yeah, it is. Yes, because in first year of operation, you must, if you are in the operation for 3 years, then you can loan a bigger amount. But if you are starting a business, you have a lot of expenses, and when starting a business, please expect that you expect a net loss, because you're trying to market your business. You don't have any market, so please expect loss. And then if all your capital is came from the loan, you pay interest, then you have no profit. Right. You can make a loan if your business is starting to gain profit.
What is the usual interest for loans?
Actually, in Philippines, the interest for loan is in the bank is almost 9 to 12% a year.
Oh my God, that's high.
In Philippines. And sometimes other bank is 18% per annum.
Here, I think it's only 2 to 3.
Here is, I think, 2 to 4.
2 to 4? Okay.
Yeah.
But in Philippines, what's that? They're killing you already with 9 to 12%. That's huge.
Yeah, they are loan sharks.
They do not want businesses much.
Yeah. Probably they are the interest their main source of income. Especially
so
the
that
bank.
Means if you were to ask me now, that means I will forget I should not think about asking a loan to the bank. Because from there, you have to think you already lost 12% of your money.
Yeah, 12% of money for 3 years. For 1 year. That's true.
You have not earned anything, but you've already lost something.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
true.
I think, Jovi, like it depends on your projection for your business. Like it means like when you do your financial planning and then you have like a big, like in your projection, like you really believe in your business, like with the marketing. So it's up to you. Like if you don't have the cash, then it's better like to get the loan, but you're sure that you will have enough net profit to pay your loan. But if you don't have,
Yeah.
but if you have, like if you're like Joby who has a lot of cash to
Cash.
invest in her business, then it's fine. You don't have to take the loan.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
look,
Or where
thinking.
what Jill said, yeah, you make a planning, but your planning shall be realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
let's
Yes.
Don't
I only
let's not
plan
forget
based
that
on
this
because in business, the first 3 years is the crucial.
yeah
First year,
understood.
you gaining net loss. Second year, break even. Third year, income. That's
Yeah,
like that. So,
understood.
so don't expect higher profit for the next 3 years. You shall study, especially your marketing strategy. Oh, that's why if
let's
you're
not
making,
forget that the interest that you pay to the bank, it will come from your net profit, does not come from
yeah, or
you know
because of what interest expense, one of your to be deducted in your net income on your revenue. It's considered as a cost.
exactly, because everything
Yeah,
else, it's a cost.
yeah. So probably you mean starting a business, just start on a little and step by step, then gradually you increase. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's why, if I may add on that, that's what I'm saying. Why borrow in the bank where you can start a small business with the capital that you have?
Yeah, that's true. Don't
Then when it grows, then you start borrowing from the bank.
don't push yourself
Next month,
to,
third year, I'm sorry.
yeah. That's true, that's true, that's true. That's correct.
Okay.
Okay. Next slide. So financial planning is a snapshot of current state of your business. So it is more, I think this is, you can understand this. Current state of business is the current performance of your business. Is give you the current performance of business so that you can project each other long-term or short-term goals. Yeah. Yes, in number 2, inform your short-term and long-term goals and gives you a starting point for developing a strategy. What we mentioned earlier is it focus on our short-term or long-term goals. Set a realistic expectation. Yeah. So in making a planning, it must be realistic. Don't over forecast your planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Realistic and attainable. Aside from helping you better manage your business, a thorough financial plan also makes you more attractive to investor, what we mentioned earlier. It makes you less of a risk and shows that you have a firm plan and a track record in place to grow your business. Yeah, if we have a good and realistic financial planning, it more attract you. It will more attract more investors. And financial planning, it will be as a track or as a record or your guide in your business in growing your business. It also measures your liabilities and capital, and it also measure your profit and loss. I think the most important is in measuring the profit and loss.
I
Wala
really
sila.
hate this part.
Yeah, I think the last part is the most important.
Yeah, for
Very,
me.
very
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
important to know if you're earning, if you
Yeah.
if you have a profit or you're losing.
I think most of us businessman or business owner, that's why we are putting a business to make profit.
Yeah, is to gain
Yeah.
profit.
Bigger
Yeah,
profit.
not a loss. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Any questions? Or you can share me, or you can share some insight that will help us also. Miss Jill, what can
Yeah,
Not
Jill have
actually,
lots
not
of,
what I know. Like I forgot the term.
yeah.
Is like for example, as part of your profit and loss. Um, for example, you because I know profit and loss, you're doing it like every month.
Yeah, yeah. Actually every month. Every
Yeah,
month,
it's
every quarter,
yeah,
and
it's
every year.
every month. And then for example, you build your business, you spend um like a big amount, like for building, like maybe you have to build your thing, so it will be a big amount,
Okay.
and then they will divide this like big amount it will be a part of profit and loss, but it will be divided like for a year or something, like they will put it in a period of time, and it will be divided in the profit and loss, so it will not be like for example, if you spend it in January,
Yeah.
but that big sum will not be all in this January
Yeah.
profit and
They call
I
us
forgot what
that.
this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct. They call us allocation.
Yeah.
Yeah, allocation.
I hate
Because
this spin and like, oh my god.
yeah, because you're using that money for the whole year, not just in one
Yeah.
month. That's why they
Yes.
allocate for the year. I think that's the best approach to allocate your expenses on a monthly basis.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think
What
this
are
is
the
important, yeah. Financial plan, like your statements and everything, if you want to attract investors also, because this is how they will know if it's good to invest in your business.
Yeah, actually, when for me, if I investor, I will look on the for me, I will look on the cash flow and the net asset. When we say net asset, it is the total asset less the liabilities.
Okay.
When you are an investor.
yeah, I agree with you. Even
Yeah.
me, because you can only call it an asset if it's not borrowed.
Yeah, yeah. But you look for the uh, net asset, not on total asset, on the cash flow, and you will also consider the profit and loss. Especially for the first 3 years, there shall be an increase for the first 3 years. Don't look on the profit and loss for the net loss. Sino naman mag-invest for net loss, di ba? Yeah, yeah. So the net income shall be increased annually. So that means that the business is growing and making a profit. And think twice if the business if his profit is stagnant. Kung ano siya, hindi na siya nag-move, stagnant
I
lang siya.
see. So
Yeah.
as is.
As is
Well,
lang.
like, can you say like a period, like of when
Usually,
you will really be worried?
usually for starting a business, for the first 3 years is okay. It is okay to have a net loss because this is your starting point. You're finding your market. So most of all, you are in a net loss. If your business is for 5 years or 10 years net loss, you would
Then
rather
there's
think
a problem.
there's a problem. You rather do to close your business.
Actually,
It's
for a
better to have
startup
your
business,
business and still have a job for the first 3 years.
Yeah, yeah,
safe.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like playing safe.
And
Playing safe, playing smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
one thing I will advise to you when you're starting a business, then currently you have a work, don't resign yet.
And don't tell anybody that you
Or
have
else you
you
will
have a
have
business.
business you close,
Yeah.
then you will find a
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, if your business is growing for the 5 years, then you can decide, oh, I will
I
resign and
have a
focus on,
question.
I will
Then,
focus on business. And
that
for the
then
meantime,
you will not focus on your business. Business is a risk. You need to take the risk. How you will know if you will win or lose if you will not take that risk?
yeah, you should take the risk. Yeah, that's why. That's why you have forecasting that if your business is lost, at least you have the job.
What Eduardo is trying to teach us here,
Yeah.
how is to take a calculated risk.
Yeah, you had to have a callback because we never know that business is like gambling.
At least you will
Yeah.
still eat. Like even if your business
Yeah.
you will still
Yeah, you should make a double effort. Or you should also manage your time, your business and your work. Or if you're in 3 years, you're making profit, then you decide to focus on your business.
I
For the
see.
meantime,
So
for the 3 years, this is net loss. Or what if you've been focused on your work, then your business suddenly close? Oh, what is your callback?
I think
Mhm.
it's like I know what you mean. Like for example, we have some staff who resigned and decided to open like to go back to the Philippines and open their business.
Yeah.
Like it's just a small business, and then it didn't work out, so they have to go back and work again.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. That's correct. Because you can hire people. There's a lot of people who can manage your business. But if you are working, make sure your tag dito yung monitor. You should monitor your business.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it happens if you don't have enough like knowledge also, like with the financial planning. Like you just go, I
Yeah.
have this money, I will start, and not really planning like for these 3 years.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
like for example, they open 1 year, they are not really they still are a net loss or even like break even, and then they give up.
Oh, you see? Actually, what happened to me is also like that.
This is scary because you're CPA
yeah,
and you
yeah.
don't have financial planning.
Yeah, that's why, that's why
Wow.
I've been overwhelmed by the business. I want to expand more. Then I resigned to my work as an accounting manager in the bank. But suddenly I did not forecast the pandemic, the contingency, the contingency. So my business has been out of cash. The contractor did not pay me. So but I need to pay the salary, the fixed cost, the expenses that are necessary for business. But I'm not gaining an income. If
You
I
have
have the
collectibles, but you cannot collect.
but I have the job, I can support.
Eduardo, I think if you're also a new business, the bank does not usually loan you a money.
No, that's true. If you are new in business, you cannot loan. You can provide the loan as a personal loan, but you cannot loan as a business loan.
Yeah.
Your business shall be in 3 years, 3 years or to 5 years, and it must be audited financial statement. You should not be. You cannot make the bank as a forecast.
Exactly.
This is my forecast. I will take a loan.
like me who is just starting a business, they will not loan me a huge amount. They will just give me a very small amount. I mean, after checking what is your work, what is your salary, the usual personal loan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why.
Not a business loan.
You have to have a job to get a personal loan.
yeah. Tapos pahirapan pa, no? Pahirapan pa.
In Philippines, getting a loan is not as easy here in UAE.
Yeah, especially the business loan. Your business loan shall be an audited financial statement, and your financial statement shall be stamped by the BIR. Sometimes, di ba kasi pag nagkakasubuatan yung mga auditor para to have yung financial statement maganda. Pero right now, kailangan audited
it's
siya.
usual in the Philippines.
Yeah.
That's why Alex is saying you get money.
Yeah. That's why the bank are requiring
To fix
uh,
the financial statement.
that's why the bank are requiring that your financial statement shall be audited and be stamped by the government authority or the BIR. In the Philippines,
Yeah.
in here, audited financial statements will be suffice. And also here, ma'am, if you're planning to make loan here in UAE for as a business loan, your financial statement shall be audited by accounting firm, auditing firm.
Yeah, we know.
It
I
shall
know.
be
Like,
independent. Yeah, it shall be independent.
it's an independent
Independent
auditing.
auditing
Like,
firm.
yeah,
Not
your
not
business will have accountants,
oh
accounting
no
department, but
accountant cannot
auditing will.
yeah, your accountant cannot certify your financial
Yeah,
statement.
yes. It's a
Yeah,
independent.
it must be independent. It must be came from other company.
Yeah, I have seen before.
Yeah. Right. Also here in UAE, there right now, when you apply for the ICV, you must also in applying for the loan, they are asking for the audited financial statement. Okay. I think for me, I think it is better to do business here than the Philippines.
But I know, like during the pandemic, like a lot of business closed, and the banks had a lot of problem with collecting the loans.
Yeah.
They had to make agreements with the country to be
Mhm.
able to collect from the home country.
Well, the difference between here and the Philippines, that with Philippines, in the Philippines you can actually start a business with, like Jovi, you start with 500,000, right?
Yeah. You can start
Here,
a small
here you're not
capital.
gonna start anything with
You cannot.
500,000.
Yeah.
You got my point.
Yeah, you got my point. I got my point. Yeah, but also here there are a lot of they're very strict on the requirements.
Yes. I have, like, for example, one of our staff, she changed job,
Mhm.
and then she told me, like, we should start this business, like our employer is earning a lot, and then she started calculating the what is this, like the earnings of the staff per day, then calculating, like, okay, if one staff is earning 1,000
Mhm.
a day, then we have 10 staff, then it means every day he is earning 10,000. Then I said, like, you have like, no, they like, this doesn't work that way. He's paying for insurance. He's paying for insurance of the staff,
Yeah.
insurance liabilities, the insurance of the place, visas and everything.
Mhm.
Renewals, licenses. Like I said, like, you don't calculate the earnings only. Like, there's a lot of expenses behind the business.
Yeah, Jill, that's correct. Aside from, you must also forecast the expense, like like what we mentioned, the tax, the visa, the license. In here, what's in Philippines, when you put up a business in Philippines, you must pay a 25 to 30% tax.
Yes.
You also need to pay the local taxes. And but the good thing in Philippines, the salary is much lower than here
Yes.
compared to UAE.
And in
But
the
here in
Philippines, you
UAE
can
we
get
have
away.
but in here you have no tax.
In the Philippines, you can get away if you're not paying like the SSS of your staff, or
No,
like things like
it is
this.
mandatory that you pay for the SSS and PhilHealth of your
I mean, it's
employee.
mandatory, but not all businesses are doing it, and some get away with it.
Yeah, they're not doing because they're trying to escape, but pag nahuli ka,
Well,
But in UAE, you really cannot. Like, in
yeah.
UAE, you
I
cannot
think
get away with it.
I think it is unfair for the employee to you don't remit the SSS. Is that right? There's right nila yun, ma'am.
clearly there are advantages and disadvantages.
Yes.
For most of the
Yeah.
businesses, what is important is volume. So
Yeah.
that's why Philippines is a good
Yeah.
It's a good
Place to
market.
open.
Yeah, so the
It's a
volume
good
and the
market. For example, take for example my business. I'm taking my food truck and I planted in Manila, for example, right?
yeah,
Imagine the volumes of people that they will come and they will buy my product.
yeah,
If I plant
yeah,
here in Business Bay, for example, in
Yeah.
Dubai or whatever, in Abu Dhabi,
Mm.
on in the Corniche, how many customers do I get?
Yeah, here in Philippines, the population is very high, so your market is very also high. And like here, the population is minimal. But in
Exactly.
Philippines, you have a lot. You have a lot of. There are a lot. Your market is very wide, or the population is very wide. But your competitor is very also. Your
Yeah.
competitor is
But,
marami din.
but maybe Jill, she can open Unang Kagat
Yeah.
here in
Yeah.
Dubai, but Jovi
I will
will
market to
never,
Filipinos.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
will never have a piggery in UAE.
Yeah, of course. Only in the Philippines you can set up piggery.
Yes. So that's why it's a good market. It's an open market. So yeah,
Yeah.
with all these millennials that they love new stuff.
Yeah, Okay. Okay, let's start. Profit and loss statement. So you have the idea what is profit and loss. In short, this is the net income.
Yeah.
In making your financial planning, in profit and loss, estimate your future revenue. So what is your expected revenue for the first year? So your revenue should be realistic. Your starting example, your business is figuring.
50%. 50%.
Yeah, it's revenue, but it must be realistic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then 5%.
Yeah. So then estimate your variable cost. Variable cost means
Variable cost.
example. Example in variable cost, you're trading for beauty products. So your variable cost is the cost of the beauty products that you buy to your supplier.
So
Example,
meaning like the raw materials. Raw material.
That are included. That are considered as variable cost. That's when you say raw materials, you are making a product. Example, you're making a shoes. So you're buying the materials for the shoes. That's a variable cost. But my example is a trading example. You're selling beauty products. Then you buy the soap and the supplier for 10 pesos. That's a variable cost. Or variable cost is also you use as a direct cost. They are calling as a direct cost. Your sample is a beauty product. You're buying a soap for 10 AED. Then you resell to your customer as 15. That's the revenue. So your variable cost, it varies on your sales. If your sales is increases, your variable cost is also moving. Got it?
So will you say, like for example, you're saying this is the cost of your goods, right?
Yeah, it also
Variable cost.
it also the cost of goods sold, cost of sales, cost of service.
So like okay. So out of this, like for example, when you're doing your business, you also have like shipping costs. Does it also falls with variable costs?
Yeah, they are part of the variable cost or direct cost.
Okay.
Because they are incidental costs to the product, to your materials.
Okay.
Because your shipping cost, it will increases if you have a lot of materials. It is not a fix that you will pay 10,000 only. It varies.
So all of your expenses, does it falls on variable cost?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Only related to the products.
Okay.
Okay. Usually in future revenue example, the best way to make markup on your revenue is 50%, 50 or 60%.
Okay.
The example, what I mentioned earlier, I buy a soap for 10 and sell it as 15, as 50%.
Okay. because it covers like this price markup will cover all of your
Yeah.
variable costs.
Yeah, variable cost. But we have another other expenses to consider. That's why usually your markup shall be greater than 40 to up, because there are other expenses to consider, like the rent, the taxes, the salary, etc., etc. So so when you're making markup, you shall consider other expenses. Okay. So if you deduct the revenue to variable cost, they call it as a gross profit. Gross profit, they call it the gross profit. Gross profit for that certain product. Got it?
EBITDA falls on gross.
Gross profit. So gross profit means it is the revenue less the variable cost. Gross profit. Got it?
Because EBITDA is the, what is this? What is EBITDA?
Earnings before tax.
Yeah. So this is
earnings before income tax. Not this, yeah. Then after your estimated your gross profit, you now calculate your net income. What are the other items to be considered? The salaries and wages, the office expense, the food and allowance, visa, the license. And after calculating that they call is a net profit.
Okay.
Net profit, it shall be 20%. 20 to 30% on my point of view. Or if you want 10%, no, but you don't want 10% as a net income.
Okay.
Yeah, better get a job.
Yeah. But in the net percent, it depends on your volume. If your volume is 1 million or 30 million, so your net income is 10% or 20%, 6 million.
Yeah. I know when we are doing, like, I still don't understand, like, some of the things in profit and loss.
Yeah.
Really, I'm doing it, but I really don't understand, like, fully. I fully don't understand. But I know what we are doing is if from last month, then your profit and loss for this month, like last month's profit and loss, and if some of it like increases or decreases, you have to explain like why. Like why did it increase and why it decreased, and if one things, like for example your expenses, it increased a lot compared to last month, then what, like you have to figure out what to do so next month it will it has to decrease.
Yeah, that in accounting they call that as a financial analysis. You have the reason why it may increase, it makes down. We're also doing that in when I'm working in the bank. We monthly do the financial analysis. What makes the revenue increase? Where the increase came from? What expenses? Why the expenses have increases? Then we analyze, the office expense has been increases, so it's better to deduct other expenses or cut other expenses. That's called as financial analysis.
Yes, and I think also that's it. Like for example, if you're giving incentives and bonuses, like so I would guess like in the Philippines in December, like wages and will increase.
Yeah,
because
of course. Yeah, of course. The more the sales, the more the more incentives.
Yes.
Because if you have more incentives to your employees, so siyempre magsisipag sila. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is an example of income statement. So the sales, the cost of sales, the labor that materials. So example, you're making Nike shoes. You buy the materials for 10,000 and the labor is 5,000. So your cost of sale is 15,000. Sample. Then how do you mark up the 15,000? It's rather so that you can sell it as 30 like that or 25. Then in doing that product, you must less the necessary expenses. Example, the salary, the depreciation for the year, the fixed assets you have been bought, the insurance, marketing, the repair maintenance, the rent expense, and all necessary expenses in your business. Then after deducting that they call the net income. So in
Okay.
making your sales forecast or revenue forecast, you have consider all the expenses. That's why it is better to have a sales forecast, because it will determine how markup you will put on your product after considering all the necessary expenses. Don't just I buy these materials for 10,000, then I will mark up of 2,000. That's wrong. You shall consider all the necessary expenses.
Okay. So I have like one question. For example, you open your business, right?
Mm-mm.
Then you have to do everything. Or like for example, like your startup expenses. So this is the one that you will divide for a year.
Yeah, you divide by 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes they call it a budgeting forecast
Okay.
or forecasting. You can also do a monthly forecasting or yearly forecasting, but it's better to do is in a yearly, then divide it in 12 months.
What is depreciation here?
The depreciation means, example, you buy an asset, you buy an equipment for 10,000-20,000, and the life of that equipment is 5 years.
Okay.
So
you expect to
so
you will expect to buy another one after 5 years.
yeah, mostly the fixed asset have a life of 5 years.
Okay.
So you depreciate it on its life, because naano siya, ma'am, nagagamit mo, nawawala yung value niya. So it's
Exactly.
considered as an expense.
Same like you bought a brand new car. The moment it comes out the car garage, it's the value already lessened.
That's amazing. That's correct, ma'am.
I think
So
this is how you calculate also, like if you buy a car and then you want to sell it, like your selling price will be based on depreciation.
And this depreciation amount, this amount, where does it go?
The depreciation amount shall be less to your fixed asset. Example, you have fixed asset for 100,000, you depreciate it for 5 years. The first year is 20,000. So your value of the total asset is, your value of your fixed asset is only 80,000 until it becomes zero.
Okay.
Got it?
I have another question. Like because for example, you have provisions, right?
Yeah.
Where does it go?
A provision is sometimes, example, you have an accounts payable, accounts receivable. You have a client who have a collectible to client for 1 million. Then suddenly the client does not pay you for almost 3 years. So you will think you for that receivable, you will think you shall consider that as you set a provision or the collectivity that you will not collect the client.
No,
Example, this client will not pay. I think his collectivity is only 30%. Is 30%. So the 70% you can set up as a provision for expenses, as allowance for bad debts.
Okay. I have like for us also, like here, like I know we have for example the provisions for annual leaves, flight tickets.
That's the part of their. That's a part of their benefits, part of their salary.
So it will be also part of this. Will this provision be a monthly part of this profit and loss, and where does it go?
Yeah, it is. If you forecast for 1 year, yeah, it should be part of. You can distribute. You can distribute it for the 1 year.
Okay.
because you cannot distribute for only 1 month because your
No.
because
this
your
is a
net income will be not
yearly-
comparable.
Yeah, this is a yearly
Yeah.
yearly thing, but
Yeah.
it's a yearly thing, but it's really a part of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any question?
No.
Ask
mm,
Alex.
Alex, do you have a question?
Yeah,
I got it. I understood.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Our next is ways to increase your income. Do you expand your customer base? So this is you just not be contented to your current customer. You just look for another customer. Got it?
yes.
So this is more on marketing strategy. Increase your repeat business. So it means if you are having making a trading for beauty products, so increase your volume, and while increasing your volume, you shall expand your customer also. Sell new products or services. Aside from selling beauty soap, you can sell other products like perfume, garments, like that. You just not focus on your existing product, but be more innovative in making new services so that it will increase your profit. Make a larger sale or bundle your business or product. Example, if I have trading, I've been selling for beauty products. So you make a bundle sale. If you buy a soap, it have a bundle of small cologne like that. So that you will attract a more customer.
Or special offers.
Yeah. Increase your prices. It means that the more you increase your prices, the more the profit. But don't increase your prices gradually, not on the one-time big-time increase. Example, just like the oil, they increase for 1 peso, 2 peso, next month 0.05. Don't increase the product. Example, 15, you make it 30. No, your customer believing you. Just increase in a
amount.
gradual. Example, you from 16, you do it from 15, you do 16, 16.5. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah. Increase your net profit margin on sales. It means increase your gross profit.
Yeah, the profit.
Parang related lang sa sales din. Reduce your selling costs. The selling costs, these are the expenses that in making a product. Example, you buy your materials is 10, so you can look for other suppliers who can give you as 8 or 7. You just not focus on one supplier. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying here the last one is a source for a new supplier who can give you a better pricing on raw materials.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct. Don't focus on one supplier. Because there are a lot of suppliers there who can offer a lower cost.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. So we are now in cash flow management. Forecasting cash received. So what are the items to consider in forecasting cash received? The sales of product and services. Yeah, it generate cash received. The receive you cash. These are the cash that you receive. You can take new loans and investment in your business. So it will you receive cash. Sale of an asset. Or you can sell your properties to have a cash receipt to operate your business. Other income. Other income means if you have a work or have a savings, or other example, you offering consultancy. The income you offer in consulting can consider as your other income.
It's
This
a great
you?
idea.
Yeah.
Is
Putting
this
consultancy, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because you can use the money, you're gaining an income in consultancy, you can use the money as your part of your business to use in your business.
But then again, Eduardo, it's just a forecast. It's not in your hands yet.
Yeah,
This is
that's
just a
why
projection.
we are thinking all the possible cash that we can do.
I have a question also. In other income, for example, you have other businesses,
Mm.
like a different business from this one.
Uh,
Will that fall on other income as well?
if you have
Because it's like this is like your other business will not be
no,
like steady.
it not considered as other income because
Okay.
you have a lot of business. Each business have own identity. So consider as business one as a separate business, business
Separate,
two as
yeah.
business
Okay.
three.
You
But
shouldn't combine.
yes, ma'am.
No, I was just saying that you shouldn't combine one business to another business.
Yeah, in accounting concept, you should not. Each business have a separate
Separate.
business identity.
Other income will be something that is steady.
Yeah, example, you have a cash deposit. We have cash deposit of 1 billion. So the interest you gain in the cash, in the deposit is considered as other income.
Okay.
Okay.
Forecasting cash payment. Cash spending and paying your bills. Oh, this is a self-explanatory.
Eduardo,
No.
so you meaning cash flow management is more on forecasting?
Yeah,
It's more on
it's more on the cash inflow and outflow.
Yeah, it's more of you're expecting a cash that will come in and out.
Yeah, you just think what are the possible expenses, what are the possible income, so that my business will run smooth. So it's better
this is like average.
Yeah, so it's better to also forecast your cash flow. Because
Average.
These days become pretty hard to forecast something that you do not have, you know, because everybody does not do cash payments. Everybody does car payments. You know, car payments are received after a couple of days, some of them, right?
Yeah. But if you have the idea of what
how much money
yeah, you can estimate it.
Yeah, I understood Alex's point. What he's just saying is, for example, there is a customer, his payment term is 30 days. Right, Alex? Is that what you meant?
Forecasting cash spent, for example.
Yeah, you can forecast
you need to pay your suppliers, which are, you know.
Is it something like, for example, if this is my cash flow for let's say January, then I will be doing it like on average on what I am spending and what I am receiving.
Yeah, it's better, ma'am, to also do the cash flow forecasting, because this will determine if you have enough cash to pay your obligations, and also if you want to for business expansion, you can use the cash flow management or cash flow forecasting.
Okay, so that's gonna be
like this is what
as long it is realistic, ma'am. What I mentioned earlier, it should be unrealistic. Don't forecast your example. I will receive a sale for 1 billion, but you only receive for 1 million, like that.
Okay.
Eduardo, in my case, when I told the accounts that I have a forecast of 5 million, we segregate the cash payments customer at the 30 days payment and 60%. So we push the cash payment client, so we'll have a cash flow. I mean, incoming cash.
Yeah, it is better to pursue the cash payment than the
and then
sale in receivable.
Yeah, and then on that, he plans the payment of our suppliers that we will be receiving this much of money, and that check payments will be ready on these days.
Yeah, in spending spending for the supplier, you ask for them to long-term payment, like example from 30 days, you can ask them, oh, give me an installment for 6 months, like that. But for your customer, your client, you please prefer the cash sales, or you can give them a term for 1 month, but not 6 months, only for for your suppliers.
Yeah.
Depending on the business, so obviously.
Depends on
I think it
your
depends. Yeah,
okay.
it depends.
No, right.
your loan payment. You should also consider your loan payment.
I think yeah, loan payment will be more months of installment.
Yeah, you can determine your loan
Suppliers
payment.
will only give you 1 month.
I
Maximum
guess
2 months,
as
Jen.
long as you can match the cash receiving with the cash spent, each category with another category, and you will be fine, you know.
Mm.
That's what I think.
Yeah, correct, sir.
Like for example, you loan the payments, and you have a, I don't know, your loan is every month. Now I guess every month you should have like 1 day when you're doing the management of your cash flow, right?
Yeah,
That's what you're suggesting.
yeah.
So every 25th of the month you do cash flow management the whole day.
Possible. It's just
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
you're purchasing asset, or you can forecast a purchasing asset. For me, instead of purchasing asset, you can purchase asset that are used second hand, or instead of brand new. Example, you need a car for your business. Instead of buying in a brand new, you can purchase a second hand.
Correct.
Okay.
For your non-operating expenses, this will also estimate your non-operating expenses.
Correct.
Okay. This is an example of the cash flow statement. So your projected net income, you should add back the depreciation and amortization because these are non-cash assets. The gain or loss from sale of an asset, you just add. Changes in non-current asset and liabilities, you shall add. Cash payment, you shall less because you paid. Down payment for equipment, less because you had paid. Proceed from the sale of an asset, you receive cash, so you will add. So net cash used in investing activities is negative 45,000. It means that you overpay. You have a net, you spend more than what you receive in cash. So net borrowing, you have received for 20,000. Repayment of loans of 25. So you have net cash flow for financing is 17.5. So your net change for the year is 112,000. So and then your beginning balance for your cash 45, 435. So you receive 548 for your cash balance for that year. Yeah. So
My brain is bleed.
yeah. So next, lack of cash flow is one of the main causes of business failure. Do you believe that?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of
definitely. If you did not manage your cash flow, definitely your business will go down, will be closed.
Yeah, I think
Cash flow
so.
management is one of your business important duties. So as a business owner, you should monitor your cash flow. This is your prime duties. You can have very profitable business, but still you have a major cash flow problem. Give example on this. Ms. Jovi?
I have something in mind. I don't know if that's correct example, but see, for example, you have this client. He's buying a huge volume. He's giving you a 1 million sales per month, but then your credit terms with him is 60 days payment. So what is happening is you run out of cash flow
That's
because
correct.
you're waiting. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
Serious salaries to pay because your money already is slipping because there's a period of 60 days payment to that specific client.
Yeah, definitely. That's very good. That's correct.
Thank you.
That I just to add that example, you make sales, you have a revenue for 1 million, then your payment term is 1 year, so you will pay for 1 year. So you did not receive cash, so your money has been slipped to that to your client. So how? So you need
If
to
you're-
pay. You need to pay your obligations to your employees, utilities, like that. So how you can collect that if you will pay on 1 year? So it's better to give client terms to be on 1 month or maximum of 3 months, or it's better to have cash sales. Making a client term, I think for me is 1 month is okay, but not on 1 year.
Now, actually, the maximum payment terms, if you were to ask me, is 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months. 3 months,
That's the max.
ano na yun, ma'am? Matagal na yung 3 months.
Yes.
Which
15,
by the
30,
way,
60 days.
which by the way is not paid in 60 days, it's paid in 90 days legally.
Yeah, it is 90 days. But for me, 90
So-
days very long. For the starter, I think maximum 1 month.
But then again, Eduardo, you have to keep in mind also, sometimes there are clients who buys like bulk. And they are big. You know, it's very difficult to turn them down because that's been their payment terms.
Yeah. But
So that's why you end up resorting to really get a loan from the bank. So you'll have a cash flow.
if you expect that the client will order in a volume, and
That's why.
that depends on every situation.
See, you only agree with the 60 days payment term if you are sure that client will really have a really good reputation.
Yeah, you must consider the you must do the credit analysis per client.
Yes.
You must.
Meaning you as the supplier have done your homework. Does this specific client is really, I mean, a reputable business that can give you really good volumes?
Yeah. Then you can also conduct a credit investigation on your client.
But I mean, that's very rare. But it will most likely happen.
Yeah, mostly it will happen. Main causes of cash flow problem. So low sales. Miss Jill, how can you resolve the low sales?
Oh, how can we resolve that? It like if we have low sales in part of ours, we do like what is this? We do promotions.
Yeah. Increase. I think in low sales, increase your marketing strategy.
Yeah, we do promotions. We do we launch incentives.
Yeah, that's
like,
good. That's good.
Yeah, we launch incentives. Like this is how we try to beat like low sales.
Yeah.
Other strategies.
Not collecting your money fast enough. Alex, how can you resolve that not collecting your money fast enough? How can we resolve this?
Not collecting the. All right, so guessing all the payments there will be card or cash. So in that case, I think it's not going to be a problem in my case, for example, right?
Yeah. So you prefer more on cash sales than credit sales?
Like
Yes.
in our business, we don't deal with collectibles.
In our businesses it will be most on a
cash sales.
Direct
cash sales.
Yeah, I think that's good. But if you offer a credit sale, what we mentioned is I think the maximum 60 days to 90
so let's
days.
take. Okay, yeah, let's take this. For example, I'm offering catering services for some of my customers, right?
Yeah.
And I offer them a credit term to pay of I don't know, I'll give them 30 days, 1 month, right?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, obviously our business, it will stop if they don't pay on time.
Yeah. So
that's for sure.
yeah, if you have offering like credit sales, make sure you have enough capital to sustain your
also
business. Yeah,
enough capital, yes.
yeah. Wait. Miss Jovi, undercharging.
I think you will only resort to undercharging if your business is already about to close down, because see, you always charge based on your cost of your materials and everything, right?
Yeah, so it means you
I mean,
must
I will not
plan your
resort to this.
after considering the
The
projection for
cost
your
of all, yeah.
after considering your projection for your net income, I think it will resolve this undercharging.
Oh,
Correct.
Yeah. So I think the solution for undercharging the forecast of your net income.
True.
Yeah. Jill, expenses are too high.
Oh, expenses are
Too
too.
high.
What we do is like we just go for, like search for different like
supplier.
we search for different
Yeah, what I
supplier.
mentioned, you should not focus on one supplier. Look for other supplier who can offer you a discount, or it is much cheaper than your previous client. Don't just focus
Maybe
on one supplier.
And also like even with your supplier,
Mm,
like this is what, even if you don't find other supplier, sometimes you can, if you're working with one supplier for long enough,
mm.
you can also make a deal with them.
Yeah.
Like okay, I have been in this with working with you for this years, and so like
Like,
also you can make because it's like for them, either they will give it to you or you will find another supplier.
yeah, that's
So
true.
supplier will negotiate, so you will not go to a different
Alone.
one, so they will not lose you. I think that's
Ah,
it. Like you have to if you are working well enough with them, at least negotiate first before finding a new one, or like do a background check first, like on what is the current with the other supplier, and if you can work something with your current supplier, then it's fine. If you will not be able to work with them, then you find another one.
that's true. That's true. That definitely correct. Correct. Next, bad inventory management. Do you have idea,
uh
Miss Jovi? What is bad inventory management?
Is this about kept on buying raw materials wherein you still have lots in stocks?
Yeah, definitely correct. You're correct. Yeah, that's you're correct, Miss Jovi. You're so
Poor
smart.
planning. Yeah,
Good
poor
one.
planning, poor
Yeah, yeah,
management
yeah.
in warehouse.
So in proper dealing of inventory, you should identify who are the slow moving inventory and
And
the fast
fast
moving inventory.
Mm.
That's what you're trying to point out.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Alex, growing too fast.
Well, there is a saying, you guys are saying that all the time. Is it slowly but surely, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So
Yeah.
I see a lot of my customers trying to grow, and they grow fast in a very short period of time, and in 6 months you don't see them anymore because
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true.
they're spending more than they're earning, and
Yeah.
hoping that they
expanding.
can make more money, but
Yeah. They
that
were.
requires
Yeah.
safety nets.
That's what we call in business. They have been overwhelmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay.
Eduardo, add something in this growing too fast.
Yeah. What?
You know what? Although it's a good idea, I mean, it's a very good news that your business is growing too fast. You may need additional money now, right? Since
Yeah.
your business is expanding.
Yeah.
Correct, but also
But-
it's about that you should really think about, is it really needed? If the
Yeah.
people
Are you ready for it?
they will
Yeah.
accept it,
That's
your
correct.
market.
Yeah, that's correct. That
Yeah, I will have some like one example is like I know like someone they didn't receive their salary on time. Like they have delayed salary, and then when I asked like why, because they said because they opened another branch.
yeah, that's
They
a
have
bad
not enough. Oh my god.
yeah. So they
When you open another branch, you freeze
So they-
absolutely everything. You don't pay anybody.
so they sacrifice the salary of the employee.
Yeah. the salary of the other staff,
Correct.
the other branches, because they wanted to open.
yeah.
That's
It's
It's a
okay.
good excuse.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have salary. We use in the expansion for our business.
Oh yeah. We use it for for something else. We
yeah.
apologize.
Okay, sir. Sir, ma'am, let's take a break. Let's resume at 10 o'clock. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay.